SketchyGOichie.
Okay, here we go. Another quad 4 experiment. I figured this time I will do a, let's start with a quadrant and see what comes up. Alright, here are the rules. All you have to do is take a blank page, as you see here in my trusty Procreate. Alright, just divide it into 4. One simple line across the middle on both sides, both horizontally and vertically. So there's your group. I like to add a new layer, but you don't have to, but I will. Okay. There's the instrument that I am using, the ink bleed. Bring this down just a touch in size. And it's already midway in opacity, which is great. So at this point, I'm going to add in my 4 shapes. So we'll do a triangle. Give it a little more juice on that. All right, so we're going to do a triangle. Okay, easy. We'll do a circle. Kind of an odd circle shape, but in fact, let's do a perfect circle. Which, by the way, you can do now in the newer versions of Procreate, just by editing shape, circle. Very simple, all right? We're gonna do, let's see, if we did a circle, we'll do a square. All right, a quick 4-sided square. And lastly, we'll do let's do a rectangle, but we'll do it on an angle, just for the heck of it. So just kind of a longer, not a square, but a longer, specifically a rectangle. Okay, so there's our 4 shapes. We can obviously make them a touch smaller if we like, but it doesn't matter. They can be anywhere in the box. They could be off center. I, in this particular case, would like them a little more on center for some reason. No, it's not clear to me at this point, but ultimately it does not matter. Just bear that in mind as you do this. So, to recap, rule number 1, divide your page into 4 quadrants. Place 4 basic shapes in each of the 4 quadrants. Then I like to knock that opacity down, but if you're working on paper, just kind of render these really lightly or in a lighter color, something that you don't mind rendering over top of. Okay, so quadrant, 4 shapes. Now we're ready to begin. Don't need to do this on yours if you're doing it on paper, but for me, I'm gonna add another layer. Doesn't matter. I could do it right on top of these, but I just feel like doing it. Okay, I'm gonna up the opacity so that way it's nice and black. Okay, and so I'm gonna give myself 5 minutes per quadrant to create a character. In this case, I think I'm gonna do like robots or droids or something in each. Completely out of your imagination. The exercise in this is just to render something completely out of your imagination and move on to the next one. I want you guys to get into the habit of practicing rendering quickly, moving on. And don't get married to any of these ones. All right, so I'm gonna go over to here, turn on my trusty, let's see, is that the stopwatch? No, that is not the stopwatch. Let's see, there it is. That's what I want. The timer, actually. Do a 5-minute timer and go. All right, triangle droid. Let's see. So I'm zoom in on that guy. So let's see. Let's see what comes up. We start just rendering out of our imagination. All right. I have no clue where this is going. And to be honest with you, I don't mind if it goes in a weird place. As a matter of fact, I prefer if it goes in a real weird place. It's more interesting if it does. But I'm going to create a little robot character of that shape, that triangle. And the triangle is essentially there just to kind of give you a binding shape, something kind of a platform, some place to start. That's all that's there for. Anything beyond that is too much. Okay? So, again, I have no clue what this is, beyond just being something quasi-robotic. Anything beyond this is almost too much. Alright, where are we at with our time? Still got 3 minutes. You know what? I'm going to move on to the next one. What the heck? So, the next one, we'll do a circle shape. The immediate instinct is kind of do a BB-8 out of it, but I'm going to do something like it's BB-9 or something. How about that? We'll do something like a BB-9. It's going to have another sort of lens-like eye. This one's going to be on top. I'm going to split that circle. In fact, I'm going to give him 2 eyes. How about that? Make it look even kind of like a junkyard style character. I'm going to have him look a little, he's going to float as well. I love to do a little drop shadow. Oops. Love to do a little drop shadow on him. Alright. Sort of like little lens-like eyes. Just these weird patterns. Tech stuff. Just kind of, it might be fun. There's a little smoke coming out of him. So, I imagine this got to be kind of a mix between a Wally and BB-8. All right, so let's see where we are on our timer. All right, we got a minute change to go. We'll do the next box. So box shape. I'll do something down here. All right. Draw a shape. Number 3. Okay. Do a little antenna type thing over there. Droid guy. And how are we doing for time? 10, 9, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, got 3 out of the 4 in 5 minutes. Not bad. There's my alarm going off. I think just for the heck of it, I'm going to finish off this page. I'm thinking now I probably could do all 5 of these in 5 minutes if I was monkeying around. But I'll just finish off this last one. Let's see. Let's do another weird droid. Let's see what comes out of this. Let's see what happens. See? Some sort of weird three-legged one in this case. Let me just reduce this guy. Again, you don't have to do this. These guys can be anywhere in the frame. Just feel like reducing them a little bit. And reducing this guy. Whoops. I'm gonna reduce this guy a little bit. Don't have to do this with yours. Literally, wherever they land is where they land in the frame. It does not matter. But because I'm presenting this to you guys, I just want to balance these off a little bit. Okay? So, you know, so alright, so we've got the 5. Ideally, it'd be great to spend 5 minutes on each quadrant. So what I'm gonna do is, just for the heck of it, I'm gonna throw a little highlight on these guys. Just because I can. Again, just because I feel like it. Bottom line. Create a new layer for that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take that layer, I'm going to put it under the black layer, so that way it doesn't monkey around with the black line. Really simple trick. Okay, so I'm going to throw a little bit of white in this. So I think it'll be fun. Okay, so actually, let me time this. Oops. That timer. Okay. 5 minutes. Mark. Okay? Spend 5 minutes just doing some rendering on these guys. Just some white highlights. And it may not take that long. As always, I like to pick just an upper light source. Like it was lit from above. I think it's kind of a quick solution for determining a light source. You pick one side and kind of render heavy white on one side of it, and imagine like the light's hitting it from this direction, you know? Imagine it's hitting it from that direction, so everything that faces that side will get some light upper and to the left. Alright? So that's the case. Some areas will get a little less light, so as you round the corner, maybe it's a little less light. You certainly wouldn't get any over here, but it's most intense wherever it faces light. So the thickest, darkest highlights would be, the whitest highlights would be on the side that faces the light. All right, simple as that. And you can see how quickly it kind of gives it a little bit more dimension just by adding that. And I didn't do anything. I mean, the paper color, the sort of purplish blue, it's kind of created the mid-tone. So that's the beauty of doing it this way. Just adding the white on top. All right. So this guy with the bug eyes, same light source. You know, same heaviest along the top. And if it catches any light, it would be along the lower rim of something that faces upwards towards the light. All right. So those would get the thickest portion of your white. Imagine this would too, but he's casting a shadow. And he's casting a shadow underneath that, so it probably wouldn't get as heavy. You know what to do? Make it like white smoke. Might be kind of fun if his smoke is kind of white too. Kind of puffing out of him. Again, the intention is just for this to be really quick, so we're rendering, but we're not over rendering. That's the key on these. We'll pick up some of this plating. It catches little reflections where it hits the plating. As a matter of fact, I'll go back on here and throw that in on him. Okay. So there's our little smoky guy. Alright. And this kind of like I don't know what he is, like a little vending machine, I don't know what he is. A little replicator type dude, a little walk to you style replicator dude. Okay. So, you know, no rhyme or reason. I like to have a rhyme or reason whenever I start this little exercise. It's kind of just my way of warming up, and I think it's more fun to make it sort of like a little game. You know, let's see how we're doing with time. Oh, so at a minute. So we'll close out this guy here. He's a little flat panel face guy with the 3 legs instead of 4. Not sure how that mechanically works. Probably doesn't, but who cares at this point? I'm not an engineer. Don't claim to be one. Don't play one on television, so. Alright, so that's obviously all the way lit. So it's going to be all the way white. Same thing along his neck. Again, the most intense white would be up towards the sky in the direction of the light. There's times where the light sort of bounces back up from the ground or from a surface that's next to it that's kind of reflective. You'll see that oftentimes. You'll see it's kind of like a little white light, like a lighter, another highlight underneath that also gives it kind of some volume. It's light that sort of bounces off of another shape. Or should I say another surface? Better way to describe it. Light that bounces off of another surface. And that's why sometimes you'll see light on both sides of kind of a shape. If you wonder why that is. But the most intense light should be directly facing the surface. Alright, let's see what we're doing for time. 15 seconds. Look at timer done. Alright, stopping now. Okay, so there you have it. 4 little droid-like characters. Droid 1 and Quadrant 1. His basic shape is a triangle. I will show you that. If I can join these 2 guys together. So you can just pinch them together. Triangle. Forms that guy. See? And then we have our wacky kind of Wall-E / BB-8 hybrid. Again, started with a circle and turned into him. It's a little off the circle because I reduced him in size, but trust me, he did start from a circle. Alright, this sort of weird boxy shaped guy. I don't know if he hovers or if he crawls, I have no clue. But anyways, he started off from a square. Every single thing you render has got to have some kind of containing shape. Not necessarily containing, but a starter shape that you can add on top of. You know, it's helpful. Doesn't have to, but it's helpful. Alright, and lastly, our sort of sideways rectangle, which turned into this guy for some reason. Trust me, he was a part of that triangle. I just kind of reduced him and moved him over to kind of balance out the page a little better. So anyways, there's your quad squad for 4-quadrant sketch. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you do, leave a comment. Please subscribe. And go to my website too if you want to kind of see what my artwork looks like. The website is rand247, rand247.com. And you'll see a bunch of my toy stuff and my advertising art. And you can kind of see, definitely more drawings that took a bit more time than these. Okay, so there you have it. Quad Squad. So, anyways, SketchyGOichie. Live your moment. Happy sketching, y'all. Peace.